like it. You guys ever get nervous for interviews?
Yeah. It definitely, towards now, it's kind of just getting more, I don't say more relaxed, but I guess more...
My hands are sweating right now, Trevor. I'm not gonna I'm keeping it a buck. My hands are sweating, so yeah, I do get nervous for sure. It's not because of you, it's just in general. I just
it's pre-show jitters and shit.
Exactly.
I'm definitely there too. I get those all the time. I've been trying to fight those, you know?
No, right. What I do is take those 3 deep breaths, bro. Just, you know what I mean? And get it in.
The woosah.
The deep breaths do not work for me.
Cap on the deep breaths. Cap. What's poppin' with y'all, man? It's your boy JG.
You already know it's Jay Jonah.
Diving on into another one, man. But this is a big one, Jay.
No, it's very special, bro. We're definitely in somebody else's environment right now, in somebody else's palace is what I want to call it, to be honest. This is lovely, bro.
Ta-da!
I first and foremost, Trevor, I want to tell you we appreciate you from Blowing Smoke to be able to allow us to join you in your presence.
Bro,
you know
let's go. Come on, man.
Facts.
My house, your house. Let's go.
Hell yeah. You know, and we felt the environment right when we walked in, yo. It was always love. We got to eat our food here, you know what I'm saying? He would say roll up. We get to roll up. You see us rolling right now. We're going to get this shit going.
That's what happens when NorCal individuals link up. You know what I'm saying? We make shit shake. You feel me? That's what happens.
That is a fact.
I think it's important to like make people feel like comfortable, especially when you're gonna talk on the camera and mic and shit. You know,
right.
So.
No, 110%.
Do you do that at home too, as far as hosting? Like if you're hosting the event, are you ripping and running and taking care of it?
Yeah. I like to make sure there's like, you know, toilet paper in the bathroom, waters, you know, in the fridge, shit like that. Yeah. Because when you don't have the water, it's just like, fuck. If you don't have anything, like I got the tap water upstairs. When you don't have the water bottles at the crib,
it's bad.
Oh yeah. Game over.
I ain't gonna lie, like when, especially smokers,
2 o'clock in the morning.
You know, and smoking too, bro. You know, and everybody's like, they forget to hit the store run and get them a smart water. You're like, hey, bro, you got a water? You just got to ask, and if that answer is no,
it's fuck, man. But how come we don't ever go to the kitchen sink, man? Go to the kitchen sink.
Trust me, I've sent people to the kitchen sink sometimes.
That's my dog. That's my.
But I didn't want to though. It was just based on just like, yo,
right now.
How really we coming, you know?
Hell yeah. Shit, yo, we with Trevor Potter, you feel me? If y'all don't know, we getting it in, man. It said No Jumpers. I want to call you, from my eyes, head videographer for No Jumper right now, or?
Yeah, you could say that for sure. Yeah, like, I'm a content producer. I help produce the content.
Respect, salute.
Yeah, the vlogs, stuff like that.
How'd that relationship come about? Like, how did you just transition into being into No Jumper? You just woke up one day and Adam said, "Come over here," or like, how did that transition to LA work? No Jumper.
It was a long grind, my guy. It was a long grind.
Respect.
Initially, the relationship started though from my own YouTube channel, the VBC.
Shout out.
So like, we had hit 50,000 subs, and at the time, Adam was daily vlogging. So I was just like plotting on ways to build that relationship. You could say, like, I didn't call it that, but that's what I did.
Right.
But pretty much, I was like, all right, we hit 50,000 subs. He's daily vlogging. I hit him up. I DM'd him, matter of fact. And I was like, let's do a 50-gram blunt or wood at your store. We'll pull up and roll it. You get the title. I get the title.
Right.
It works out. So he actually hit me back and he was like, yeah, pull up. Like, it's good. So I went from Sacramento to LA during spring break with the homies, and we made it happen.
How old were you at this time?
I was in college, so I was probably like 22, 3?
Oh, wow.
23 maybe?
You say you're 27 now?
Yeah, 23, 24 maybe.
Where you go to college, Trevor?
Sac State, Sacramento State.
Say that.
What'd you major in?
Digital Media Communications.
Okay. Do you use it now?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what this is?
Pretty much, yeah. They don't have that title anymore, but now it's like some other, however you want to categorize it. So it's like not a lot of people have that degree. But pretty much it was like a lot of film stuff, you know. I definitely learned like lighting in college, the importance of just like filmmaking, you know, appreciating it as an art. Like that's what college did for me, for sure.
Were you already filming like music videos and such prior to college, or is this something like you caught on and then, I can make it go forward?
I might have been shooting music videos. What really popped up for me was the YouTube stuff first. Well, like I was introduced to filmmaking through skateboarding. Okay. So I was filming my homie skate, you know, getting tricks, doing lines, stuff like that.
Out there in Sac.
In Sac, yeah.
That's lit. You were skating too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's skating.
Yeah, I was getting filmed too, like from the homies. I was looking back at some of those videos and I was just like, wow, like we are really creating content, as you call it now,
right?
You know, in whatever
when the time
2010, you know, like when
yeah.
when the filmer had like a VX1000, he had to learn. He was on tapes, you know, like he had to mark the footage with his hand. Like it was just way different times.
Process, yeah.
But you know, it's really dope because you know, filmmaking and skateboarding, they go hand in hand.
Right.
Like so.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
I mean, I guess you and Adam could relate with that with him and his biking, right? And all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. Definitely. Like Adam kind of had that, you know,
background.
Extreme sports background, if you want to call it that, like X Games type shit, you know.
Facts. No, that's no cap.
When he was vlogging when no one else was too.
What was the? Because I mean, you said it, but then I really want to know because I didn't get a chance to watch the video. That 50-gram blunt, since that was the first time that you guys actually linked up. What was that session like when you linked up with Adam?
So it was crazy because like beforehand, where we didn't really think it through. So we're like, all right, let's just roll it up in a Fronto leaf and just get like, not the best weed. Obviously, we're not gonna get like,
right. You don't want to,
you know, yeah. But it wasn't shake. It was just, you know, some shit. So we were having like a lot of issues trying to roll that shit up and have it stick.
Who was rolling? You were rolling?
Yeah, it was like a combined effort thing.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
We all were holding it on shit.
Yeah. So like, luckily, my homie Yannick, shout out to Young God. He had a random thing of wax in his like little smoker kit, and we used the wax to seal the blunt because it wasn't sticking.
Right.
Yep.
It was not sticking. So
and that shit was how like forearm type big? Like how big was that shit?
That shit was big as fuck.
It was.
Damn.
It was.
I smoked it all?
Yeah. Like you needed a torch. We did plan. We had some pre-production in terms of like, all right, how are we gonna light this? Because you definitely can't spark it with just a lighter.
Right.
So we had to get like a dab torch.
Yeah.
But we weren't thinking about how the fuck are we gonna make this shit stick? You know?
Damn. No,
You guys got a lighter?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Right here. Yep.
I said I was gonna roll up a chop, and I didn't even roll up a chop.
Shout out Oops all Berry keeping the lighters on deck.
Come on,
man.
And we have smoke pods too, you know. Free smoke the podcast, blow and smoke the podcast.
Say that. Shout out to the smoking podcast out here.
Linking, it just sound right together for real.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Bro, I really just had a question on my mind, and you just brought up. Content creating. Let's talk about that a little bit. Like, what's your philosophy as a content creator, seeing it grow from the time of when you started it? That makes sense.
Yeah, like my outlook on content.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, what's your outlook, the philosophy in your mind?
I mean, I just always remind myself that it's like, bro, on YouTube, people are just trying to see people being people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
being yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to be too perfect, and just keep it raw and organic. That's the beauty of YouTube, is you could just be filming off a phone and really touch people's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah, demographic. That is true. When it comes down, when you actually transitioned and actually moved out to LA, what was something that you wanted to solidify for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because jumping in, of course, you know, when you shot that text, I'm assuming that was, you know, one of your first steps. Then what? Like, what was?
Well, yeah. So like that was years ago. So then we go back to Sacramento. Mm-hmm. And we're still grinding it out. Yeah, I don't even live out here. We just pulled up like that. So
oh wow.
Like I had Adam's phone number, but like he was, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't texting him or anything like that. But what really happened is like the dudes I was with, Yannick and Gabe, they were talking to the brand manager, or like it was actually the dude who worked in the neighboring building of No Jumper.
Okay.
And then he ended up working at No Jumper later. And then he was the one who got me the job.
Kind of pushed it forward?
Yeah, like reached out to me. So
shout out, bro.
It was
for real.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, wow, weed really saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was that something that you wanted to do? I know you said you kind of plotted on it a little bit, but was it like coming to LA was like, I want to work for No Jumper, or is like I was going to make it regardless?
I think, yeah, it was. I was really focused on the music videos for a long time. And I think I just remember like it was like COVID was about to happen. You know, we had been talking about like, oh, we might need another hand around a No Jumper. And I was just like on go, just like ready whenever.
Facts.
and I had the privilege to like stay out there with some family, so I didn't have a lot to risk. You know what I'm saying? Like when you move out here, you got to pay rent, and you got to figure out, hey, where I'm gonna sleep at.
Right.
So it's hard. So like I was lucky enough to have some family I could lean on, crash at. So I was over there, and then I just randomly got a call like, yo, can you come in for an interview? And we had been talking, but it was like weeks type shit, you know.
What's a no jumper interview look like, bro? I guess not an ordinary workplace.
Well, yeah, like walking in, I was just mad nervous. Like before that, I got the call, and I was in LA, luckily, because I was just at the time just going wherever for music videos. Like I was just chasing the music video. Like I was in San Diego a lot, Sacramento a lot, like just everywhere type shit.
Yeah.
And I get the text, or can you pull up in like an hour, hour and a half type shit. Like,
wow.
Just just random, like, all right, like, I can. Yeah. It wasn't like a test. It was just like, okay, we just like made sense of things, like pull up, like this is the time. So
right.
I remember I was talking to my girl. I was like, what should I wear? Like, what do you dress?
Wear a button up or a polo?
Exactly. Like, but it's also no jumper. So it's like,
do I dress fresh?
Bro, I wore a Free Draco t-shirt. I was like,
shout out to Draco the Roller, nigga.
Yeah,
let's go.
I wore a Free Draco shirt, and I walked in, and then like one of the first things Adam even said to me was like, I like your shirt. And I was like,
I'm in there.
Doing it, I'm doing this shit right. But, I basically just like kind of already had the relationship. Like they kind of knew who I was. So it wasn't really too like grilling. It was just like, like,
here's what
this is what I could provide. This is what I offer. This is what y'all need. It makes sense.
Yep.
When do I start?
Literally, when do you get to work? Like that next day or next week?
Probably. Like I forget. It was like COVID was happening.
Ooh.
So it was like kind of blurry times,
Right.
Shout out Adam still though, bro. The team in the camp that actually seen, you know what I'm saying?
Because they went and pulled a young gun from Sacramento.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I told Trevor this off camera. That's what I feel like I appreciate him the most, is because he did his thing, got settled out here, and now you see him going back and reaching back and putting the city on, and also just NorCal in general. And I fuck with you for that, tough for that, bro.
Did that just have you all,
Thank you, I appreciate
that mindset of always trying to get back and reach out, because even right now you in our mind is what I'm saying, so you're way more elevated in our perspective, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down being established in the industry. So like that. You accepting, you know what I'm saying, our invitation, or you giving us the invitation, shout out to the crib. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from? Like that humbleness is like, even from Sacramento, even from Stockton, like not everybody wants to always help out an individual or like give a recognition, give a light, give a, you know what I'm saying, put the camera. Where does that come from for you?
It's probably just being behind the camera all the time. So shooting for other people and shit. So I'm just like,
so you've been a giver necessarily. Like you're giving a lot of your.
I would like, I just like, I know what I know. So it's like Sacramento is what I know. People from Sac, I know. There's a lot of talent out there. So it's like, it only makes sense to like lean back on shit,
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't even look at myself like that too, like that, because I'm just like, I'm still trying to, I compare myself to like Adam, or like the best of the best type shit.
Yes, sir.
And on like one end, it's kind of bad, but also it is good too, because it always just like, all right, this is how I can improve.
Oh yeah.
And I just sit back and look at it. I'm just like, damn, I'm like getting the best schooling in the world when it comes to this podcast shit.
100%.
Like,
nice. A lot of people,
100%.
but you could take that to another lane too. It's like people's mindset might not always be that sharp or positive. People might be like, okay, well, I want my opportunity, or I'm already here with Adam. Oh, let me try and fandango this little situation. You over here, you still play your position. You know what I'm saying? You play it well, and that's why I feel like
that's important though. Yeah, that's important. You definitely got to play your position, I think.
Like staying in your lane. Can't get out of it.
It's just like, bro, you gotta just go about things the right way. With some respect and just like understanding on how the game goes. You feel me? A lot of people don't really understand it.
And timing.
Timing and just
if you can, just break down that persona a little bit.
A lot of people want, they just want, and they don't really give. And then like everything is kind of a transaction, and you gotta figure out, how can I improve this person's life for them to fuck with me.
Right.
Because that's how it's really gonna be, you know.
Right.
Like regardless if you think it's superficial or not, it's like you gotta build this shit up. So it's like,
do you think that's how, like, I say, God wanted it to be though, bro? Like in reality, like when he created humans, like to make that feel like a transaction, to be able to do more and help for the next person.
Life was a lot different back then. Like,
I know that's what I'm saying. But going to now, like
it's
kind of sad, bro, to really think about it like that. You know what I mean? Like it's reality. Trust me, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. It is reality, but it's like, damn, like we really got to this point like this where it's like it has to be.
I feel like you've always had to look out for sketchy people. I mean, even the first two people, motherfuckers were sketchy, right?
Yeah,
like you couldn't trust people and shit, right? Like
so
that's the story type shit.
That is the truth.
So it's like, I don't know. That's just sometimes I wonder. I learned in school there was this dude, I forgot. It was like some psychology dude, and he was just basically like, is true human intention like evil and we try to fit in and be good, or are we just products of the environment, or like what is it, like, you know, like, because if you look at it, kids are they're like really selfish and they're mean, you know, like because they don't know the rules,
right?
So it's like that's them in their, I mean,
you gotta think about the instinct. Is like when a lion's born, their natural instinct is to be able to go out there and hunt. Nobody's, you know what I'm saying, like things like that. So even with a shark, so I'm looking at what you saying is like when a baby is born, how come their instinct is like, let me run through this house with a knife in my hand, because you know what I'm saying, like, you know, kids do fucking some crazy ass shit at young ages.
And I'm not saying all kids are evil or anything like that. I just posed the question, you know what I'm saying, like, are we trying to be good? Or like, why do we stop at red lights?
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do the lines on the road? It's just paint. Like, why? You know?
This is actually a good topic of conversation.
Because we recently had this conversation a few days ago about are humans a help to the earth and world, or a destruction to it? You know what I mean? Like in reality, I think we're born to have that mindset of that, like how he said that. So like it's them intentions, right, or them
to evolve,
evolve, and even just like we don't mean to be selfish, but we are. You know what I mean? Like it's part of human nature, I think, right? And
I think it's more of a. I think being selfish is more of a top mindset. I don't think anybody just wants to be selfish. And then what you were saying also is about like the evolve or how we came from, bro. It's like, what's wild to me when I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast and he breaks down a little, you know, artifacts and about the ancient Mayans and the pyramids and how did they get there, and we always try to figure, because we don't know how it got there. We don't know how these big ass pyramids is damn near bigger than fucking Empire State. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me personally, like, where did that evolution like lose? Like, where do we fall apart from that? Because we, you know what I'm saying, if we can't figure out how they were able to provide for that, and then, you know what I'm saying, let's just say the Ice Age, wipe out, ban, whatever, and then now we're over here in this. Now we got selfish people. Now we got people that's really killing themselves. Now we got war on war. Like World War III could happen one of these days. It's like our evolvement. I mean, our what's the word?
Evolution.
Our evolution is not. Right now, it's not. I don't think it's really for the better. You know what I'm saying? It's for the better of like, if you really want to be technical, it's for the better of like advancements, AI, robots. But it's for the human involvement. I don't think the way that we're going, I don't think it's for the better of like the human society.
That really is a good point.
It's making it more better for like more technical type, whatever it is, an individual or a program, whatever.
Yeah. I also feel like too, with big like technology and shit, we're able to see so much more bad shit. Like bad shit has been happening. Like
we're just having more access to see it.
Yeah, so our perspective of the world is like, damn, this shit's fucked.
It's fucked.
Which I'm there too. I'm more worried about like climate change and all that shit.
Right. We all facts.
Like for like the kids and stuff like that. Because I've been looking at like I've gone down that rabbit hole on YouTube. Watching like fucking
eco-friendly environments.
Yeah, just like
what the world can be.
Scientists predict that the like civilization will collapse by 2040.
Oh hell!
So I was just like, fuck.
Like that's the reality.
And they were breaking it down like, okay, those civilizations that were making the pyramids, shit like that. Like there's been civilizations like that, just not as advanced as us or as rich. So it's like. It's just, it's scary times, low kid.
It is. Especially with like the mindset, like back in the day, I don't know how it was when the princes and the kings and the rulers of, all the, environments. I don't know if their mindset was not to be so giving. Because you look at like the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, the Kanye West. It's like they are putting out products, but like to the trying to help, like to trying to help out the individuals. Who's actually going to step up and do that? Like when you think about world hunger, when you think about climate control, when you think about things that actually can help, maybe push that back to 2040 instead of 2050. Who's actually going to be that involvement? You know what I'm saying? It's like for us. That mindset is like, I just feel like everybody wants to take, not everybody wants to take, everybody has their money, but at what point we always know you can't take it with you. So like, what are you really helping other than like establishing more and more of your business? You know what I mean? Like going to that lane, like nobody's ever done. Stop world hunger, nigga. Like somebody stop that shit. Ain't nobody get that lane and solidify that shit.
It's just like, we can't expect that out of them though. I get it. That what you said, like you cannot take that bread with you. So what if we actually, and his life insurance plan is gonna go to his grandkids,
and they're already.
It's one of those things. I feel like it's just because we have this mentality of like, if I worked for it, I earned it, so it's mine. So it's like,
I have that,
and they're 10 times older.
And I feel it too. Like I feel it. Like
right. How you gonna tell me how to run my money?
Yeah, it's like, dog, do what you want.
Facts.
But it is shitty. I mean, it is shitty. I just try to, treat people with respect and just treat them like a regular ass person. Because at the end of the day, that's all we are. We're all gonna die. We all bleed. We all shit. Like we're all the same.
Literally.
So it's just like whatever.
Let's get personal a little bit. You mentioned you got a girl. I mean, you said you're scared for the kids. Having a family, like that's something you want in your future?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, how many? Is there a number?
Probably like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
Is there a time limit? Because me and him talk
I'm
about
in a relationship too, by the way. I ain't gonna let him just put you. I'm in a 9-year relationship too, so I'm with you, bro.
Because then me and him have that to talk. Cause I'm single and like I talk about him now. And like I remember being a kid, bro. It was like my age now. Like I'm gonna be married, have kids. Because back then that's what my parents did. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It was at my age. But then now the times have changed, bro. I could be 40's the new 20. So it's like, do I want to be 40 to have my first kid? I'm like, damn, that's an old dad. Once we start touching 30 to 35, you start really becoming an old dad. But it's like, I'm not old though, bro. You feel me? So is there a time frame to that, to when it has to get done?
I mean, there's definitely no time frame. Whenever it's your time, it's your time. Right. Whenever you're ready for it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it'll just come at you. You got to get ready for it. Personally, me, I think like I'm not trying to be younger than 30, but older than 35.
Got you. It's a good
But
range.
also I'm at the point where it's like, if I have a kid, it's not like, I'm not like in high school or anything.
Facts.
Where it's just like, it's like, okay, like I passed that time span where it's just like, damn, bro, you're young as fuck with a kid. Like, what are you gonna do? It's like,
facts, past that.
Yeah. Like I'm like cool now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
happens.
Yeah, but like obviously we're trying to plan for it.
Right.
Set up plays and
right.
Definitely.
do our shit beforehand.
Because that's
marriage before kids or kids before marriage, or does it matter? It happens. Or you trying?
I mean, I definitely was 1 year old. I was 1 at my parents' wedding.
Okay, so that's not all right. That's not bad. They made it happen right after you, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna get married because I have a kid. You feel me? Like,
Right.
I'm gonna get married because I want to get married.
I think I want to say that on camera too. That is no.
You're gonna be watching this shit.
This is gonna be a monumental one for surely, man.
That's so funny.
Hey, so what made you? You said, I mean, because we wanted you to sip something with us, but why come you don't? I thought No Jumper, they party, they got everything, weed, drink.
For sure, yeah. I mean, this is more on just like, I gotta just buckle down.
Yeah.
I'm at that point right now. I just had the studio. It was like I had the studio for the first month, and I was just stressed out, and I was just drinking. Mm-hmm. Like I was resorting to drinking, and I was just like, bro, you gotta chill.
Transition.
You gotta chill.
That's mentality right there. I mean, that's that mental strength. Because a lot of people don't get out of that.
It's hard, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like, shit be hard sometimes, but it's also like it's motivating being around who I'm around, because they're all on some boss shit too. So I'm just like, bro, I gotta just.
That's what I was gonna ask, like, what's been one of your hardest learning curves to absorb since this process of you, establishing all your avenues right now?
I mean, really, it's just like having confidence. That's important. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
Being you, bro. You know, like not trying to be too cool. Like I've definitely been there where it's just like, damn, like I want to be accepted, but if you just don't give a fuck, people are gonna judge you regardless. So that's one thing I've been having to
The ones that are supposed to be attracted will be attracted at that point.
Yeah, because I feel like you go, like for me, you go through levels or like cycles and shit. So like right now,
say that, yeah.
Like I'm kind of there, but I'm not there yet in my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like, so I've been trying to just put myself in these positions of like being uncomfortable and just be like, you know, hey, fuck it. You know, if I fuck up, I fuck up. But a lot of people are watching now, but oh well, you know, like whatever, bro.
Are you more, so when you first started No Jumper, were you more like on edge for like turning over the video, and to now where you kind of know when it's easy, I know to put this here, put that there?
Yeah, like I definitely like learn, you know, Adam's preferences and style, but also I got my own style too, and he knows like having my own YouTube helped me a lot.
There you go.
With like doing it, and then now I've just been practicing and doing it for 2 years. Like I've been doing it for 4 or 5, 6 years, but for these last 2 years I've been doing it quote unquote professionally.
Yes, sir.
So it's like,
no, it's just good to see, you know, for sure your process, because like you're not stopping. You know what I'm saying? So like when we think about you want to be like 20's the new 40, you're in your 20s right now, transition to your 30s. Then when you're 40, this mindset of you, bro, you're gonna be phenomenal, global. You know what I'm saying? That type.
I hope so for sure. I mean, having an audience and just having that shit, like sometimes I just worry about like, okay, I want to be successful, but then what price does that come with this being in front of the camera shit?
Right.
I mean, I'd rather just give me the money and success. I don't really need the fame, and
but,
you know,
like with this podcasting shit, you know, the fame comes with it. I mean, I witnessed it firsthand with Adam. Right. Shit he got to deal with, shit we got to do.
And I would say Sharp is right behind him, kind of. He's going crazy.
Yeah, shout out Sharp, AD.
Sharp is
AD, Trell, Duno.
That's energy.
God tier. Come on, man.
With that tour, I was so mad I didn't get to make the LA show. I wanted to go so bad when y'all went on that tour. Y'all going to New York or something pretty soon, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
What's it like, actually? You know, what was actually? I really do want to know this. What's been your most wildest moment you've experienced at No Jumper? You probably got a few,
bro.
I'll take them all.
We got time,
bro. I mean, there's sometimes where like Aaron Carter will pull up and show us his stash spot in his fucking SUV.
Man,
like Black China walking out was crazy.
That was crazy.
Bobby Schmurder pulling up, like Wiz Khalifa chilling, like it's crazy.
And
bro.
You just don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, you just don't know what you're gonna get from the individual. When Black China walked out, that was fucking crazy. I
was sitting at my desk. I seen that shit.
She was hot, nigga. She was hot. I ain't finished it, but yeah, that was wild.
She was hot.
That was wild.
But yeah, there's a lot of crazy moments, like, and that's one thing that's
y'all
cool.
Be getting porn stars in that motherfucker?
No, he be seeing it.
Yeah, Adam does.
say that. Man,
Adam does. But yeah, that's like one cool thing too. I think about it. Like I do a lot of the vlogs, so it's like I can go back and look, and it's like, damn, this is through my perspective. So it's kind of my vlog still too.
Right.
Like I'm literally reliving that day, like
that's fucking dope
to the purest sense, because it was actually me holding the camera.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll look back and just be like, damn, like this shit's really happening. Like what the fuck?
I feel like every creative or every creator, you know, always has something under their belt that they want to be able to put out to the world, or that they always envision that, like, why can't somebody do this? What is something that you have under your belt that you want to be able to put out to the world before your time is up?
I mean, my big thing is why can't I be the technical person behind the scenes and in front of the camera?
I never heard of that yet, though. I ain't gonna cap.
Well, you see it with Cole Bennett. You know,
Cole Bennett is in some music videos. You're right about that. And
even like, I don't even want to be in music videos. I'm talking about my own YouTube, like being a creator and just being in front of the camera, doing my own content.
Was that the hardest transition, you would say, part of it? Because we talked about getting nervous before interviews or whatnot. Like, I feel like you're in your bag when you're behind the camera, but was that
it's just like it's just being uncomfortable with shit, like, you know, just growing, you know. It's just like, all right, bro, if you really want to do this, you got to try it. You
have to be uncomfortable with being comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to be.
Yeah. But it's also definitely like, it's been a thing for me because I've always been behind the camera, making other people look better, or not better, but you know, the best I can.
Yeah. Thank you.
So it's just like you see people do those, like you see dudes who are good at technical shit and also on camera, but they're doing like content on like technical shit, camera shit, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to be just a regular dude who does this camera shit, you know, kind of like Casey Neistat, you could say, like, but or Cole Bennett, you know, there's a whole lot of different lanes now.
Do they have any, like, you know, you think about like when these big firms are like, oh, we got these courses and you can come over here and come to these courses. You ever think about you doing something like that for who you are as an individual?
I'm definitely working on that.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Can I use a lighter?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like definitely want to. I'm thinking like a Patreon.
That'd be lit.
Or like a course. I don't know.
Okay.
Courses will work. I mean, I've seen it. I know that that's something that people would love to learn. And if they can learn straight from you in a course-like manner, they're going to buy them every time.
You can't say it all in one day, so a course would actually make sense. Here's a 10-week course. We got this. It's engaging. It's, you know, physical. You can touch. You can see. You know, that's what I would pay for that shit.
Right, I would too. Shit, I know you
but how much would you pay, though?
That's on you.
You know, 200. It depends. You know what I'm saying?
How much it's going for?
That's on you, though. That's your worth.
Because I buy those, though.
You do with, for sure.
Like, I bought some already, you know, of other people. I spent, you know, you got to invest in yourself.
But think about who would buy it from you, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, I'm saying, like, I would buy it from you if you really started. We would buy that shit for you. So it's like, if you were to do it, yet alone like somebody else, like, you already have a demographic of crowd that actually gravitates to everything that you put out. So, like, it's only right to be able to, you know, if you had that, you know, situation for them to be able to absorb some knowledge that you're able to drop. Because you can't just drop it all on one podcast so that them to take notes. You know, you want to be hands-on.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like I'm definitely right there where it's like, all right, the bag is almost there. Mm-hmm. You know?
He sees
almost there.
He sees it.
Take you back to 25, Trevor. Like, was how life has fruitioned. Like, for me, bro, like, a year ago, I wouldn't expect to be where I'm at right now. And then not even financially. I'm talking about just, like, in a living space, like, where I lay my head at night, things like that. Like, did you see this in the future when you were my age?
I mean, I wanted it.
Right.
I wanted it. So, you know.
Was it your envision to, like, you wanted what? I'm sorry.
Like, I mean, I live in LA. I have my own creative studio, podcast studio. I'm having guests. I'm working with. I was like a fan of No Jumper. I'm making the content now. I'm in the mix. Like,
say that.
Like, I always wanted it. I didn't know how it was gonna come. Like, I couldn't tell you it's gonna happen like this. Mm-hmm. But just putting myself in those situations, or just, you know,
into existence, shit is real. Manifesting, huh? Like that shit.
I believe in that shit a lot.
And I feel like the ones that do, you see it. You know what I mean? Because granted, like me as well. Like, I didn't know, but again, I wanted. You know what I mean? I spoke a lot about it in the conversations, whatever it may be. In fact, that manifestation shit is real, bro. You got to speak positive words to the earth.
Definitely got to speak positive words, but you also got to do shit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't forget
like, a lot of people just want to talk about shit, bro. Do that shit. You know, do that shit.
That's real life.
Do that shit and think strategic, bro. Have a fucking plan. Like,
have a plan.
Have a plan.
Go ahead.
What's been your most humbling moment through your experiences?
Humbling moment. Like,
think of one for me.
Like a moment where I'm just like a surreal moment, or what's a humbling moment?
So
what does that mean?
I was thinking you were going to come back, because it can go however many ways. It's really, in my mind, just your most humbling moment. What was something that you actually, you know what, maybe you messed up, you learned from it. Maybe you did something great and you got highlighted for it. What was your most humbling moment?
Well, I mean, for example, like this week, I had my first interview with T-Rel, and we interviewed Rex Life Raj.
That's lit.
Shout out.
Rex.
And it's like, that was you could say a humbling moment, because you think, okay, I'm doing this shit. I'm like, I got all this shit going on, and then you just get in them, like,
you get right back to square zero.
You just getting them big lights, and you just, okay, bro, T-Rel's a professional.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a real artist. I'm like, really, I'm on No Jumper right now, bro. The lights, there's other people in here. Like,
that's lit.
You got to be able to turn it on and turn it off, and that's some shit I'm learning. And it was one of those things where it's like, all right, bro, like, you could be critical of yourself, but also just like keep it pushing and just keep going, like, because it's like, in my eyes, it's this big moment. You know, some people, you get these big moments like, fuck, it's my first time, and then, you know, all these people got to comment on it now,
right.
And you know, you gotta really just keep your head straight and just be like, all right, bro, like, even if I didn't think I did my best. Like obviously I did my best,
100.
but it's like there's things I would want to tweak. So it's like not to focus on those all, like don't let them eat at you, because I've been having to deal with that shit.
I've had my moments.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
It definitely can take a toll on you, because that will stop you from wanting to grow at that point.
No, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Like for sure. It's like, damn, it's those moments where it's like, damn, like you'll be questioning, like, right, maybe I should just be behind the camera, you know, like maybe I should just like not even try.
Don't think I ain't gonna cap, bro.
How many episode ones we had, G?
No, yeah, for real. 10 at least.
10 episodes.
5 plus 10, yeah.
This shit was never. I was never in this space for me, bro. I worked a 9 to 5. He was doing modeling, acting. He said, "Fuck it, let's turn the camera on and what we talk about." I said, "You're tripping, bro."
And it was still for me, like at the end of the day, like when I do modeling, when I do acting, because that's the only time like you're live on like camera. Nigga, cut, redo the skit. Nigga, there's no cut, redo the skits in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then that's where I feel like you built yourself up to that too, though, for the moment, because you've always been real to your following, right? You've always
I mean, I've tried to.
So it's like it's like that turn off, turn on moment. It's just flicking on you. You know what I mean? The more highlighted version of you.
Yeah, and it's like I'm just trying to remind myself, it's like damn, bro. I'm on no jumper, bro. Fuck what anyone has to say, bro. It's a W. Learn from it and keep it going. Like
facts.
So you definitely have those moments.
When it comes, I mean,
but that comes with growth, though. You feel me? Like, gotta just keep going.
All right. I'm all about learning new things. When it comes down to learning something about yourself, what is something that you want to be able to tweak and better individually about yourself? When any type of personality, any type of objective, what is something that that you want to work on? I'll go first for myself, I guess.
Let me get that later.
First thing I want to work on is being able to absorb the message. I'm always listening, but I want to be able to absorb the message. I could always say I'm listening to you, I'm listening, but I want to make sure that, okay, you know what? 2 plus 2 is 2, not just me hearing 2 plus 2 is 4, is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. I want to make sure I understand why it's 4 instead of just hearing the equation. I know that I have to work on that mentally. So
that's one thing too, bro. When I was in that interview, like it was so loud in my head, bro. It was so loud, bro.
And I watched that, bro. And in this space, I feel like a lot of podcasters tuning in. I'm sure they've definitely felt that as well.
Bro, it was mad loud in my face, and I'm looking back, and I'm just like, damn, like you didn't even listen, damn near. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
man.
So it happens. You feel me? It happens.
No, for sure.
Like one thing I wanna, I mean, maybe not even in terms of just content, just being like a person. Just like I'm a mad overthinker. You know what I'm saying? Like. I just overthink shit. So it's like, it's easy to overthink your content and like film it and shit, not even want to post it sometimes. So that's like one thing where I just like,
how strategic now are you with like your titles and
mad strategic? That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
Titles and thumbnails, 99% of this shit. It's a fact.
He said, just wanted to make that clear.
I want to get the gems on the podcast though. So like when you say the bios, not the bios, the title. What makes them so catchable?
My titles?
Or in general, what makes a title so catchable?
What's a catchable title?
There's a lot of different flavors, bro. It's however you want to run it.
Say that.
So if you guys feel the energy right now, him talking like this, he
just
switched it on like Kobe and
bro. Personally, like
no cap.
Personally, like I just try to keep it. I try to keep my titles fun and kind of mysterious. And not too clickbaity. Like you gotta have morals with the clickbait.
Right.
Gotta have standards.
Gotta have morals with the clickbait.
That's real.
No, that's real. Okay. People just want to post the clickbait. Like, yeah, I'm with you.
But they're not trying to build an audience. They're trying to build clicks. They're just trying to get clicks. So my titles, I'm trying to build an audience. So you gotta like kind of cater that. Like,
would you say that's a longer route?
Y'all go
for
check it out.
Content creator.
For sure, bro.
Yeah. Every time.
I mean, it just depends what you trying to do it for. Like, there's a lot of these like hood news YouTube channels and shit where I would just be like, run the clicks up. If your face ain't in front of it, run it up. Do whatever you want to do.
That's the goal for it, yeah.
It's their goal. You know what I'm saying? Like me trying to like inspire and like make a difference low key. So try to show my face and just keep it real and like not really dive in too deep on like the clickbait shit. There's ways to go about the clickbait.
What was the hardest part? Because like right now we're at 2,000 subscribers and we want to get to what Adam is at. I don't even know how the hell we're gonna do that. Yeah, but I'm just up for you got to think high though. Adam is like 3 million or some shit like that, bro. But like, yeah, Trevor, I'm already asking him like, what that when you said 50,000, so that's in my head right now. When you got the 50,000 subscribers, how was that transition? And how did you get even to that point? What was that like,
bro? So like, my initial game plan was like, all right, how am I gonna get people on my channel? Like, searching for my videos. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, tutorials are always, they're timeless pieces. Tutorials. You know, tutorials.
Say that. That's fact.
So I would like started doing tutorial. I went to my homie Gabe. Was like, yo, you smoke a lot of backwoods. Let's do a backwood tutorial. Mm. And then it was like a timing thing, bro. Like in just hip hop and like that culture, backwoods gained a lot of popularity. A lot of people were smoking weed on YouTube. Yep. So after that, like we seen some engagement from the how to roll a backwood. Right. And we're like, all right, let's just build off this shit. And then we did like how to roll a crosswood, how to roll an extendo wood, how to roll a pipe wood, like just
still based around weed because that was the demographic that hit. So
yeah. So it's like it was just different times then though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
True.
Like the landscape of YouTube now is different.
I feel like YouTube is putting up the blocks, not the people. I feel like YouTube themselves is putting up the blocks.
They just deleted Steve Will Do His page, bro. I'm hurt.
Like, I feel like YouTube is making it a little bit difficult for people to get to the demographics they need to get to.
Bro, I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, I had to deal with that. Like, I stopped doing YouTube for like years, bro.
Really?
Like, we hit 100,000 subs. That was a milestone. But like, the adpocalypse hit. You ever heard of that?
The
YouTube adpocalypse. Basically, it was like. There was like some racist shit, like a racist video posted on YouTube, but it had like a Coca-Cola ad on it. And it stirred up this controversy of like, hold on, where are our company dollars going for sponsorships?
There we go.
So like a lot of companies pulled their money out and a lot of the creators took a big hit.
Really?
Massive hit. And then that made YouTube want to censor people and be like, all right, we're going to push harder lines on what is on our channel.
Oh my God.
Or what's on our platform. And at the time we were doing weed content.
So that's it.
They were shutting shit down, bro. They were deleting channels. Like that shit was like, that shit hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
imagine.
That shit hurt. That's why I had to like pivot. I was like, all right, I'll shoot music videos and then just had to dive in on that. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to just build these relationships. And then the no jumper shit, like that's what I'm trying to rebuild my shit. That's how I feel, cause I'm not doing YouTube weed content.
You're not. Yeah, no more.
Can't do it for like. Can't. I mean, that puts you in a box necessarily in a way.
I mean, I would love to do hot box videos and like those weed videos, but it's like it's gonna get age restricted. They don't allow it. It's gonna just hide. Everyone's gonna hide. It's gonna get my shit hidden. So it's like.
And that's what we trying to make sure that we don't attack. I mean, I have no problem rolling up shit like that, but it's like that does come with some type of stigma. Like we have a great episode, and then like that we want them green dollar signs when it's on our YouTube channel, so that way.
Or just even with the name too, like blowing smoke. We try to make that clear. Like the first initial thought maybe is like, no, that's not it. It's a double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Like we really blow smoke on this shit. We give an elevated perspective on everyday situations for real. You know what I mean? So that's just like that notion. But you mentioned something about relationships, bro. I like to ask everybody and like my peoples. I was like, are new friends as good as old friends, or old friends always better than new friends?
I mean, bro, there's old friends that can fuck you over. There's new friends that can fuck you over.
You've been getting a lot of different answers. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Why? What do people usually say?
No, keep going.
I mean, I just think you could get burnt by people you know, people you don't know.
Are you open to new? I mean, obviously, like you said, building relationships. I'm sure you have lifetime friends that you've met.
Yeah. I definitely got lifetime friends.
So it's like I see it as like. Are new friends as good as old friends, or old friends back in the day, are they always better than the new friends? You feel me?
I put it like this. Like, I love going back to the hometown and seeing my friends.
Thanks.
Like, you need that. You feel me?
Right.
You need that shit.
That grounded feeling, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And really, bro, you could tell a lot about a person if they don't have no day one friends. That's a red flag.
Dead ass.
So if it's like, bro, all my homies in SAC, I've been tapped in with for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
That's some. I never realized that. Like, I mean, we all got day one friends, but it's like I never realized that. Like, the nigga really ain't got no day one friend.
Or if he always has a different circle every 5 years, or a couple years, cycling it.
Peak game, motherfuckers.
Bitches be doing that shit a lot, but dudes do that shit. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Like,
Facts. I feel you.
Facts.
I feel you.
yeah, you could. A lot of people expose themselves when they don't even know. You know, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
You learn what's something, you know, dipping in from Sacramento to out here in LA. What is some of the favorite things you like to do out here in LA for people in Sacramento that might need to hear your perspective on that?
Out here, bro. I mean, I live in the Valley, so it's technically like not LA. You know, I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
You know, being down here, they're gonna push the line.
Okay, what city?
No, I'm not even from LA. But where you live at?
Right.
Oh, I live no, yeah, you live in the Valley. You know? So yeah, I just want to make it clear.
Respect.
I live in the Valley. But I think for Sac people, bro, the Valley is like the perfect place to come because it's that happy medium of like, all right, it's not the city, but it's also like still lit. Like I see Jay Leno multiple times driving his car. Like,
wow,
bro, people are out here. Like Burbank, especially the Valley, is like a mecca for like studios.
And that's what I
didn't know that.
Like being out here, staying, I'm seeing like just be out here, bro. There's opportunities like every day. You know what I mean? But, like people see it like in a glimpse of it, but the 3 days of them being here. But bro, imagine if you're out here walking the streets every day to the same coffee shop, you're bound to have some type of engagement with somebody. You get what I mean? That you don't normally see back home in Stockton. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to stop Jay Leno the next time you see his Ferrari and get him on your episode. I need you to do that. I need you to.
That would be nuts. He's always in some old school shit.
He was in some old school shit?
Always. I see him in some drop top shit all the time. Like, not all the time, but I've seen him like 2 or 3 times.
Jay Leno really got style. Goddamn. Shout out Jay Leno. Didn't know that.
Didn't he have that Netflix show? That was Steinfeld.
No, he had a show on Velocity or Motor Train or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's a real dude. He's a real car guy.
Yeah.
But definitely, bro, just putting yourself out here, it's going to pay off. You're going to meet a lot of people. But you got to come through, though.
Yep.
There's a lot of fluff.
Say that. No, say that.
There's a lot of fluff out here, man.
And that's like you can use. So you know somebody, right? Like we were talking about this at the studio the other day. Is of like, there's an opportunity at hand. It's okay. Basically, Trevor to get to Adam22. That's just the thought, right? It's a credit value, like timing thing, right? Because this person can be like, nah, that's going to happen. Let me just ask him now. At the end of the day, when it comes to relying on your sources or your resources and your networking and what you're putting in your environments to, you can't just fucking swipe that card whenever. You feel me? It's like, like people take advantage of that easily. You know what I mean?
I just live a life like, bro, if I got to ask for it, I don't really want it. You know, like, I much rather have people pay attention and then want to help because that's the best. That's the most organic help. It's like when you're putting yourself out there, people in higher positions see you doing the shit.
Right.
They recognize, all right, he's trying, he's doing it. That's half the battle. Like that. That's when they make the plays or people make the plays. Like that's how it should be.
The organic fucking way.
No. Yeah, because a lot of people will do that. Like try to, get me for shit and. If I fuck with you and if it makes sense, then of course, like I'm always down to set shit up. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make shit make sense for everybody.
Like, right.
But it's like a lot of people don't want to hear like, bro, you don't even have the numbers for that shit. Like why? Like don't even ask me that.
I heard it. I was talking with an individual on the phone probably a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying because I was telling him a little bit about myself. Like we always want to help out individuals. You know what I'm saying? We always want to look out for the individual because if you do that, it's 9 times out of 10 should come back in your benefit. They're gonna look out for you if they have that mindset. He said to me at the end of the day, not everybody has that mindset. You got to make sure it's reciprocated energy. If you're gonna be able to put out for them, you got to make sure they're going to be able to put out for you. And if you know that they're not going to be able to put out for you, don't put your energy, into that. Not saying, I'm saying give them, the type of respect, but the energy. And that's what I'm starting to learn, especially like in the industry. I can give you all I want because I know what I can provide. But then at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and give you all that when you're not going to give me that same energy either.
So also, like it's probably important to say it's like we're speaking in business terms, business relationships. Everyone sees relationships out here as like networking for business, personal. You know what I'm saying? Like personal relationships are a little different. Like you don't. It don't have to be.
Agreed.
It don't have to be so like what are you giving for me? What am I getting for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's more of like, all right, let's, it's a different vibe, but like on some like business shit, on like it's mostly like what can you provide for me and what can I provide for you? And let's make some shit happen. But you get to know who's real and who's not by like who actually shows up, who's on time, who makes the deadlines. Like that's just like that's how you really kind of.
And then it's like the cosign too. Like you can't put your name with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like if like your homie hits you, like, hey bro, no. You know what I mean? Like you can't just. You can't cosign anybody. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts. No,
I mean, I always feel like too, if I'm interviewing someone, I'm trying, bro. I gotta believe in your shit.
You have to.
For you, bro. Like if you want to sit down and have a real good conversation, it's not gonna be for your benefit. No. If you just come sit down and I really don't fuck with you like that.
Right. Never will.
Like
never. No, that's real life. And
a lot of people don't be thinking.
I want to talk with this person. Well, nigga, like that person probably don't even want to talk with you. You don't get nothing out of that. And then like, that's real, bro. Because that content, you got to make sure it don't go stale.
It goes hand in hand with what we talked about when we first started this. Like when we want to guest, we're like, bro, we can't just want any guest. We got to honestly, genuinely like want to have a conversation with this person. Like I think that's where we get the most out of it, because that's what we don't try to call these interviews, try to have these conversations, you know what I mean? We want these talks.
Yeah, like I try to think about it like, okay, I don't have a box, but I just gotta genuinely be interested. Like it may be some totally different shit. But if I'm interested in it, then let's do it.
Right.
So you're saying you're open to working with anybody.
Anybody, yeah. But it's like I gotta be interested. Like even if you tell me about some shit, let me check it out. Oh, okay, yeah, this is dope. Let me, I'll fuck with it.
But peep game, that's real. Because everybody, I got homies, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, see if this person will work with me because they're a rapper, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like they'll work with you. You just got to put out your own work. They're not just come out of nowhere and fuck with you because you do make music. Like, nigga, put out your music, then they might actually work with you. You gotta, you gotta still put out that work. Also, is what I'm saying.
And also pay the fee. Like like pay to play. Like you don't have to ball out, but you gotta at least. That ain't shit free, bro. No, pay for it. Pay for it and do it right. And it will pay you back.
Yeah, exactly. It'll come back tenfold every time. That's what I've realized. Like in any way, any form, like it's okay to be upfront with it. You know what I mean? Let's make it that, because with a relationship or whatever we'll build later, you never know. It could be 10 times over, bro. Every fucking time.
The thing is, everything has a price, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm starting to learn in this industry. There might be times that they might not hit you with that price, but if they hit you with that price, you got to respect that at the end of the day, because I'm coming from the environment of like, okay, you know what? If they're asking me to be able to pay whatever it might be, so that way we can, you know what I'm saying, look good or things like that, that has to be a greater benefit. Now, me being Stockton mentality, I'm looking at like, bro, I can do this shit on my own. I do it on my own. This shit's not going to come out the way I want it to come out. You have to be able to invest if you want your product to be represented in the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your mindset of like what I'm starting to learn in this industry, you have to be more optimistic and not opposed to, putting out a little bit of bread. Of course, watch your budget. But what I'm saying is like it's never really going to shoot you in the foot.
And prioritize shit. Like
got to.
I had a camera that cost more than my car, bro. When I first started, yeah, I was like, all right,
were you ready for that camera? Would you say at the time?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I just had a shitty car.
I love it. Shout out the whip. The whip got you around to go get that. So it's all good.
But
no, because some videographers will buy a camera they're not ready for, like some photographer. You know what I mean?
Facts. Too much power in it.
No, I was ready for it.
Hell yeah.
I definitely had some learning curves, but I was ready for it. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't like a Red or anything. Yeah, it was just like a Sony. It was actually this camera right here.
Hell yeah.
That one's
which is pretty sick.
These are all fucking fuego, man.
Facts.
Y'all over here, man. I
want to take it to the music videos real quick. Do you have a favorite music video you filmed? If we go back and look at, let's do a top 3. I'm putting one in the box.
Top 3, all right. The Lil Bean Zaybang one.
This last year, right?
Yeah, it was like a year or 2 ago. Yeah. That it dropped on No Jumper. That one was hard. one of my biggest videos was like this Waco Travis Barker video.
Okay.
That one's pretty tight on the resume. Just like, yeah, I did one with Travis Barker.
Travis Barker.
And it was like a year ago. So
what was that experience like?
Crazy.
Yeah, is he a pull up, get stuff done, and I'm out type of thing?
For sure.
Yeah.
It was cool though. I mean, he posted this thing on Instagram of my set and tagged me in it, which was tight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to camp at Travis Barker, man. I'm saying that's
so
crazy.
like that one was sick, bro. That one was really sick, but it was mad stressful too. On the other hand, like it was just a lot of stress.
Meaning you wanted to make it perfect.
There was just a way higher standard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Production was on another level type shit.
It was and it wasn't. It was like, it was a learning thing. It was a learning curve, but I think it was a home run.
There you go.
You know, it definitely taught me a lot. It was a W, bro. Like it was, but I just learned the stress of those higher productions, bro. Like when it costs some money, bro, that should be stressful.
Damn. Say that. Say that.
You know?
Damn.
I'm trying to think.
One more. Now, are you going? Okay, so that one was, I would say, experience, right? But most viewed. Do you ever?
My most viewed one? I don't know, bro.
Yeah, you know.
I think it's that Coney video, Charlie.
Okay.
Oh, yep, Coney.
I think that one has like a lot of views.
Yeah.
I don't know though. We got some M's under the belt right now.
Hands in the
Got some
belt.
M's.
I love
Say it
it.
lightly,
Talk
saying
that
it
shit,
lightly.
bro.
Ooh, dig it.
But you know, I always love linking up with Dadex too.
Yeah.
Shout
Pulled
out
up to
Dadex.
the 209 and we
Shout
shot
out
some
Stockton,
shit out
bro.
there.
Hell yeah.
That video was hard.
No, I love
One
it,
of my
like you said.
favorites.
I love what you're
When
doing,
it's-
bro.
man,
Coming
that
into the
Dex,
city
man.
and putting it on for us, for real, bro. That's why I was like, man, if I can get in touch with Trevor, bro, let's make this shit happen.
Stockton got talent, bro.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate
And
that,
R.I.P.
sure.
Slowby. You know,
Definitely
you know,
R.I.P.
So just
Slowly.
recently, man, I'm saying, like, for real, to all of his family members, his kids, man, if from blowing smoke, you know what I'm saying, I say that from the platform. I'm hoping I'm looking at the right camera, man, but, like, condolences to you and your family, you know what I'm saying? I really hope that you guys can heal the right way. That's nothing that should have been happening, and we just want to make sure that we said that. Can we just do a moment of silence real quick?
Mhm. Yeah.
Respect,
yeah, bro.
R.I.P. Slowby, bro.
Yeah.
You actually
Shit fucked me up, bro.
Yeah.
You recently interviewed him too, bro. I mean, that
Yeah.
experience. I know, like I said, I know I've seen you're a fan. I mean, I don't want to assume, but
For sure a fan. Sure a fan, bro. It's just crazy to be like, damn, they're commenting RIP on my shit now, you know, on the video.
Mhm.
And it's just like, on one end, it's really dope that I was able to sit down and like talk to him and have that time. But on the other hand, it's just like the circumstances are just so fucked. Like,
Fuck.
it's crazy.
and like we were supposed to keep working on some shit. So it was just a major hit. It really fucked me up, to be honest. I was just like, damn, like life is mad precious.
Very.
And this shit is really real out here. And it's just crazy, like for me, to think like that. It's one of his last interviews was with me
Mm-hmm.
on camera.
Respect.
Mhm.
Respect.
You know, so it's just like, damn.
Nah, I honestly, you know, just y'all please go check that out for sure, because that's a moment
Yeah,
in
it
life.
was dope. It was dope.
Speaking on time a little bit, how are you appreciating time? Like, what are you doing to appreciate your time and making sure you prioritize? Like, okay, work is work, but I gotta make sure I got what I'm going to make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Right now, I'm just like, I'm definitely in grind mode, but it's doing shit that you like to do. Like I was doing the music videos for hella long, and it just got to a point where I didn't really like that shit no more. So it was like having that insight of just like, all right, bro, like this is tight.
Mm.
I'm being rewarded for this shit, but
You
maybe
ever worked a 9 to 5? Just a side question.
I don't think so. No, but I did have jobs though. Like
Yeah.
I was a server at a sushi restaurant.
Okay.
And I like did like little side jobs and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, what the fuck? my bad. I mean,
just your time, how you value.
oh yeah, bro, like the time shit. Just make it count and just realize, like, for me, bro, when I was shooting the music videos and I got my biggest music video, the Travis Barker one,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just mad stressful. I just wasn't really that happy. So I was just like, all right, bro, I gotta just do shit that I like to do. And I'm just lucky enough to have this shit not feel like work,
Right.
you know?
Right. That's a great feeling, bro.
Yeah, it's
That's
tight.
a great feeling.
Anybody ever say you like Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I've got.
I had to get that out.
For sure, I've gotten that since high school.
Since high school?
For a
All right, no, there's people be like, "Oh, John, you like Big Sean?" I'm like, I don't look like fucking Big Sean, bro. But like,
I mean, bro, that's.
I ain't gonna care. I had to say that real quick.
I mean, it'd be different if you're like, you look like the monster from the Goonies or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Big Sean. Oh, you should see him when he braided up and everything, bro. His foot look dead ass just like Big Sean.
Boy,
it's about Trevor right now. No cap though. I ain't gonna cap, Jay.
I'm cool, bro.
How you feeling?
I'm good, bro.
I'm trying
I
to roll
feel
up
cool.
another wood.
Like I said,
Trevor,
I just
is it-
appreciate Trevor for letting it slide through, man.
On our platform, is there anything that you want to give for the people that they can look out for? Anything that we can have a message sent out, from you?
I mean, it takes that network to build shit, and LA has that network, but Stockton, Sacramento, Bay,
Respect.
they don't really have that network. They're building the network. So I feel like it takes people like us to build that network. So I'm just saying, if you guys are wanting to do this shit, try this shit and let's build the network.
Yes, sir. Hit the pavement. Hard. You know what I'm saying? We ain't asking for no handouts. We want to put that work in.
No, yeah, I mean,
being in this space and learning from the best. Any advice you can give blowing smoke, bro? Just before we get out of here. So I know I'm gonna take it in and remember it, but I want to look back on something and just have a piece of advice from you.
advice in terms of like interviewing people, or just like
the podcast world, like seeing what you see, like just one piece of advice you give us.
I mean, just chop shit up, bro. Just bring some chops.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's like a
yeah.
balance of like, you kind of want to bring insight, you want to bring your opinion in, you want to engage in their story, and like it's just a fine dance of just like keeping it organic, but also like shifting it, molding it. It takes time, and just being present, bro. Don't be in your head. But that shit's hard to do sometimes.
I feel you.
It should be loud.
Loud as fuck.
Man.
Bro, appreciate you guys.
Hey, yeah.
Love, bro, for real.
It's love,
Appreciate
man.
you for letting this slide through again, man.
We about to wrap up?
I mean, we can. Where we at?
Yeah, where we at? 1 hour and 2 minutes.
That's
We got
damn near. We can chill.
Yeah, how do you guys like to do it?
Yeah,
Are you guys like 1 hour episode
We
type
for sure
people?
want an hour. We'll go more though.
But as you can tell, like that's just programmed already in our brains, I guess you could say, because we didn't even. That's usually the space where we usually stop at. But bro, if you got some questions for us,
A
let
little
us
solid
know.
30 in it. Come on, man.
come
You guys
on.
made the
Let's
trip.
go,
We out here.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's true.
facts.
That
Like, let me just grab a water and we're
Yeah, come
All right,
on.
man. I'm gonna take a shot. I might have to roll up one more then too.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
take a
Fuck
shot.
it. I'll roll up one more.
That's it.
How you doing back there? You straight?
We live at this thing.
How speaking on that aspect, like you seeing that hit more as far as content wise, as the more freelance like vibes when it comes to the podcast. They like seeing that, you know what I mean, like throwing in more, and instead of jumping straight into the interview, they like to see the more background vlog, like then into the interview type shit.
I mean, it's however you want to freak it. Like, some people definitely have like the walk up intro shit. I personally just like getting into it.
Yeah.
Let that shit rock. Maybe a little intro, 10 seconds or under 30 seconds. And
Right.
just, what's up, Yeah.
Just
dive right into
for
it.
this. I get you. You came and clicked on this for that. Nah, I feel you.
Who's your distributor
What do you mean?
for No Jumper?
No jumper.
Oh no shit. Who's your distributor for yours?
Me? I don't. It's only a video podcast.
Yeah.
I don't have it on DSPs.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
I'm trying to cook up an Empire deal or get signed or something. Like, I feel like that's the future. Like, a lot of these podcasters or platforms, I feel like, are gonna get some sort of bag, because you have labels wanting to sign content creators.
Yeah.
Because what's the
Networks.
difference between my podcast doing 50,000 views for a month? That's 200,000 views.
Yep.
If you're posting 4 times a month,
Right.
and then between an artist posting one music video that gets 100,000, 200,000, like, they get in the same place.
Right. It's like why
It's like
they're
if we're playing a numbers game, there's a lot of these YouTubers pulling in way more numbers. I'm looking at it as a podcaster too, because it's like this streaming, you could count the streams and shit.
It's distribution.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I definitely am trying to get a distribution deal.
Because at the end of the day with Anchor, like it's the same thing. You can distribute it free for the ones that don't know. We didn't know that when we started because we wanted to get our shit on Apple and Spotify. That was always the goal.
Yeah.
So we used a thing called Podbean, which you pay a monthly subscription for, which is retarded, guys. If you guys are starting a podcast, you good. Yeah. You guys are starting a podcast, go hit Anchor up, bro, and you can distribute all your shit through Spotify and Apple for free. You upload, you can actually get paid through it too with little ads and talk-ins and shit like that. So,
really? So you guys are like what's it called, like music core or some shit? Like if you were an artist, you'd be it would CD baby.
You
guys CD baby up right now.
Basically.
But that was now we tapped in with Revolt. So I can it's different now.
Talking shit.
We still new.
It's different now.
We just honestly we wrapped it up here recently, bro. We signed the contracts and everything with them. Then we're gonna start distributing through the Revolt's network. We're one of 20 of their newest podcast network that they got going out. So shout out Revolt and their new endeavors as well.
I'm glad you said that. Big shout out to Revolt. Shout out Aki. Shout out Patty. Shout out P Diddy. Shout out everybody a part of that.
This aired on Revolt, Pop. This gonna be streamed through Revolt.
Wow.
Hell yeah, it's pretty tight, bro. They approached us on some shit, and it was like, wait, what? Like, it was funny. We laughed. I sent him a screenshot. I'm like, bro, it's got to be real. Look at the signature. It's bouncing back and forth. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that first one was a trip. I ain't gonna cap. When he first called me, that was one of I don't know. That was one of many I would never forget.
What interview was it?
It wasn't an interview. They just called us. They sent us an email on the fly. And,
it was just to distribute, like do a contract to distribute through their newest network.
So what does that mean? Did you guys get a little bag? Or how does that work?
I don't think we can really talk about all that.
We're getting on the back end, but for sure we can talk about it afterwards, more the logistics side of it. But it was pretty cool.
That's tight.
It's a winning deal. It's a winning deal for sure. It was one of them ones because like you think about it, you think about the $1 million worth of games, think about the no jumpers. They built their own conglomerate. They don't need to go and distribute through anything else. They got it through themselves, and then all they got out of one bag. Being two guys from Stockton, California, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand what marketing and advertising is. You know what I mean? There's ways to do it. And God just so happened to give us an email one day that, hey, if you want to expand your podcast, and we can make it here. So, you know what I'm saying? So
it's fire. I'm an independent agent right now. I'm a free agent.
Hey, come on. You already know. Say that out loud.
See? No, that's respect because, I don't know, it was a trip. It was a humbling. That was one of my humbling moments. Because when Jonah called me and he said, hey, did you send an email to Revolt? I was like, I wanted to say, yeah, like, nigga, they wrote back type shit. Like, but I was like, nah, bro, I didn't. He's like, Revolt sent us an email. And after that, bro, like, that was like one of the most humbling moments because we actually followed up with the individual, Aki, and he talked with us and he told us, like, yeah, I peeped up some of you guys' work. And I was what gravitated towards me and Jonah. We were like, wow, he actually seen us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody from somewhere that represents someone.
The algorithm was working as what you were saying.
Well, because they see the work ethic. They see y'all doing it. You know, you guys are how many episodes deep?
100 and something after
100
this.
Something now.
Why'd you guys even want to start this shit?
We was bored and dependent. No, I'm capping.
No, it was right before it damn near started. And like I remember some of our first episodes were like, what is this?
But like it's like really like Jay said, like the background for me always wanted to be on TV, and then I bought my camera, and I wasn't doing shit with that. Jonah, he's at work at the end of the day, and he come home from work. Where am I at all the time? I'm at Jonah's house kicking it with my dog.
Vice versa. It started off in his garage, but these conversations would be conversations. We don't know gossip tip. We don't know we talk sports, but we didn't get into depth. But like we're sports heads necessarily like that. So it's like
he is.
It was just more so in a sense of, but we give an elevated perspective, and it worked. I guess you know what I mean. It was crazy because, like I said, the first episodes, bro, I looked myself on the camera for the first time. Like I never really was in front of a camera ever, bro. So to see that for the first time and trying to talk in front of it was like, fuck that shit, bro. And then it was like, are we doing it? And we did it. Stay consistent, bro. That's one thing, y'all. Consistency is key.
10 episodes of me and him, and then then we did the second season, and then the second season we had 5 guests and 5 episodes of me and him. And one thing that he always wanted to emphasize is like we got to make sure that we're able to have our conversations. We don't want people to be like, oh, we're tuning in just for the guests. No, we tuning in for JG and Jay Jonah. So that's something that like we want to be able to carry for the representation of Blowing Smoke Podcast. Like this is our baby, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to make sure that we do her justice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's different types of podcasting.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Meaning?
Like, you could be interview-based podcast. You could be homie vibe podcast.
Right.
I mean, That's pretty much it. Educational. I mean, the one person podcast is crazy.
It's hard.
They hold it.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. That's I give you much respect.
I can't do
for
that shit
because I could bounce off him. You know what I mean? If I'm down, he's picking me up. If he's down, I'm picking him up. So
for the interview shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was even talking about just one person.
Yeah.
I can
compliment
them. Them motherfuckers. I don't know, bro. A whole hour or two by yourself.
And with the following too, really talking. Like, man, you some shit too.
They got more subscribers than us, and we trying.
It is dope though, like to have that person you could lean on.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I'm very appreciative.
Like that was dope about the Rex Life Raj interview.
Yeah, like you seen that?
T-Row.
I know. Yeah.
I got some shit too. I mean, you guys blessed me.
You good?
You said Rex like Raj. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like T-Rel. It was his like. It was me and him interviewing him. Mm-hmm. So it was like I got to experience that for the first time of interviewing someone with someone else.
Yeah. Would you consider it going forward? Kind of seen it?
Yeah, it's all about the dynamic.
The dynamic.
That's a fact. And then we never really realized it with us, but a lot of people tell us that him and I are good, are quote unquote good with each other. Pause. And I just like, this is a damn near 10-year long relationship. You know what I'm saying? We've known each other, so
facts.
It's fucking, it's weird.
But we bump our heads too, though. I say that on camera. We bump our heads. You gotta say that though.
I was gonna ask. I was like, how often y'all fight?
We don't fight.
We don't. All damn near one.
It'd be times, no cap. It'd be fucking. But like, nigga, who don't? But that's what I respect about me and Jonah. Like I tell this him all the time. It's like I respect the fact that we really. Nigga, we want to throw down, but at the end of the day, we speak it out and we understand both perspectives. And that's what I like in relationships with business, because that shit does get difficult. But we understand why. I understand why he got mad.
We learned though, like that to have it. Yes, we were friends before the business too, so that's another thing, right? And then like let's relate it to real life, like having communication with a significant other. Let's say. Bro, if you have that, like there's nothing else that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like there won't be anything that can fucking get in between that, because y'all communication is so great. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we've kind of understood. And then I would put the respect to the podcast game, because it's hearing a lot of people's different perspectives, reading quote unquote my books through the podcast and through people, through life experiences is like. Communication, bro, is a heavy key to life, and if you have it with the people around you, there's like it's nothing but I see as understanding and quote unquote happiness for that group or for that individuals, and then you know what I'm saying, and then couples.
That's real.
So you asked us if we bump heads. How's it down there at the No Jumper set?
It's lully. It's quite lully.
No, I bet.
Respect,
so
respect, Trevor.
Adam
respect.
As a boss, I just his environment is like, you get what I mean. Like I don't feel like there's, I'm sure there's bad days. Everybody has bad days, but it's like, it's just it can't help but to just be a good time every time we walk into work.
Yeah, facts. That's one thing that Jonah emphasizes. I say Jonah. Because Jonah comes out when, like, if I'm having a bad day, this motherfucker peep it out. JG, I need you at 110. You know what I'm saying? He'll say that. That's just like, all right, bet. I need to get out of my ways and actually help out my nigga or blowing smoke, whatever it might be. But he says it like that. He's like, I could tell. You know what I'm saying? He's not like, nigga, stop acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be like, bro, you acting yourself, bro. I need you right now.
I mean, there's definitely disagreements. But like you guys said, that's a part of the game. Mm-hmm. It just comes with it. It's just getting over shit, not taking shit hella sensitive.
How do you do it? How do you do with that not getting your way, quote unquote? Like, are you going home, like, instead of sitting in there, like, they say with your girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting an argument. How are you coming? Is it next chapter? I'm next. Is it I'm dwelling in it for 10 minutes? I'm sitting letting it think about it and going.
I don't like fighting with people.
There you go.
So it's like, I'd rather just talk about it and let's just figure it out.
Facts. 110.
You know?
Because I've been on both sides of the spectrum, bro, where I feel like I'm very communicative, but I also learned that I've been very uncommunicative. I'll shut down, not tell anybody how I feel, and just hold it in and be mad inside. You know what I mean? And I realize that is not good.
But then also, what I've been learning too, it's like, okay, I've had that issue too, where it's like, let me express how I'm feeling, but also let me express how I'm feeling in a way that's like manageable and not really like disrespectful or like with a tone.
Talking down.
Yeah, so it's like, that's one thing I've been learning. It's like,
who you telling? Me too.
No, that's key too. Because
I'm talking about my relationship.
But
though,
even
like,
I'm not even
man.
talking relationship. Like even on set as a director, like you gotta just
people can take it the wrong way.
You gotta have people skills. You gotta be able to, read the room and kind of, just go about things with respect.
No, that's
Facts.
real. You gotta
And be
read the
opening.
person.
Honestly, too, one thing is like, all right, be open to understanding. Like listen to understand. Don't listen to like rebuke or like argue against. Because then it's like, bro, we're not. What are we really talking about? If you don't even have an open mindset of listening and understanding where I'm coming from,
Right.
I can't even talk to you. You're a waste of my energy right now because it's not gonna work. You have your mind set on however you feel, and that's cool. But it's like, right, you gotta look at this all different ways
Right,
and be
real.
open to it.
That's
Sometimes
real.
people are emotional. Sometimes you can't do that.
Hey, what's your sign, Trevor?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh shit, you a cool. Okay, say that. You a cool ass Pisces. Say that. I know some Pisces though. No cap.
When's your birthday?
March 11th.
Oh, I know some. Nigga, you. Nigga, what? That's Black birthday, bro. That's fucking crazy as fuck. And he's literally opposite of Black. That's crazy as fuck. Fuck with it.
Shit.
Fuck with it. I'm a Sagittarius. What you, Jay?
Maybe I'm
Oh.
like Black. You guys just don't know. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, I mean Pisces get a bad rap, bro. I guess we're sensitive.
I'm not big on the signs.
No,
I
the
just-
baddest.
You could tell we got girls because we talk about signs.
Facts. Because we know them too though. My girl's a Scorpio. God damn,
I'm
bro.
a Scorpio too.
These Scorpios, I swear to God, man.
That's hilarious.
That's
No,
funny
but,
as fuck. Who are some people you guys want to interview? You guys had Tone on. I was hyped to see that.
All right,
was
so
lit.
now speaking of that, I ain't gonna care. I gotta bring that to realization. Shout out Sideshow Tone. Shout out Capolo. You did that 2 in 1 day. What the fuck?
For the vlog.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I want to say at the end of the day, shout out East Bay Sheds, bro. You ended up interviewing my dad.
That's
And I don't
sick.
even think, of course, I didn't know. I don't think you didn't know that was my dad. My dad didn't even know it was Brett. Oh my God, that was a trip. But how was that
Did
day?
you talk to him about it?
No, I actually never talked to my dad about that. Like I did a repost today, and he just he tagged it. Like he reposted it. I've never talked to my dad about that day.
That's so funny.
Dad. I'm gonna talk to you about that.
I wonder if
after
he's
this.
ever seen it. He's got to have seen it.
He might have. He just repost what I post. But
was hyped on
I really
that.
want to know what was that like? Cause Tone, man, you was in a whip.
That was sick.
What was
Yeah.
that? What was that like?
So we're like, well, we had people. Shout out Russell. Russell was helping set up plays.
Shout out
Yeah.
Russ for sure.
So definitely if you want to make quality content, you got to tap in with people who know the landscape. That's one word of advice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Know the landscape.
know the landscape and the law of the land, especially
The
in
law
Oakland,
of the land.
especially in the Bay. So like we linked up with Tone in Oakland. We got like a little 10-minute interview, and then he's like, all right, we're gonna just go try to like drop it off the trailer and try to slide it, but it's like kind of hot, so we got to be quick. And then he was like, he set the location, and then we just pulled up. Like it was like this corner, took that shit off the trailer. I was in there, and then I was trying to hold the camera, and it was like trying to get the exposure right and all my settings, and it's fucking loud,
Bro.
Hella loud.
going fast as fuck, bro.
Moving, swinging.
And he's just
the
zeroed
way he
in.
drives is different.
He's
bro.
zeroed in. He got goggles on when he's drifting, dog.
Oh wow.
Not like that, but just like
And
tunnel
yeah.
vision.
He's-
You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
is. And
metaphorically speaking.
Right.
Watching it again with him this morning, he was just smiling, bro. That's his happy place. He just
Bro,
over
that
here.
shit was so sick, man.
He
I was
being
so
un-
hyped on that.
He be in unknown territory for the first time, and it literally will be not even hitting walls or cars. You know what I'm saying?
He's a beast.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I figured out the cheat code, because it's like I'm able to create this content with people I grew up really fucking with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
See?
So it's like,
See?
all right, like that's what I got to offer.
No, yeah, that conversation was dope as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect it to be as dope as it was, and then how genuine he was as a person, or is as a person. The Sideshow Tone is one of the dopest,
Facts.
coolest people you'll ever meet.
And
There's
his
no-
fucking camp, nigga.
Oh,
Shout out
yeah.
Eddie.
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out
shout out
Brian,
Eddie,
all
man.
them, bruh.
The
These
whole
motherfuckers
gang.
hella cool, bruh. You
Hella
wouldn't even
cool.
like think it, cause like these niggas really get down. Like Don't come between these niggas' money.
They go crazy.
Don't come between these niggas' money. But like, bruh, shout out the Stay Shitty Camp for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
to
that was a
answer
big
your
one for me.
question though about who I really want to interview, and especially being out here in LA, bro, I'm a big fan of Blue Bucks Clan. I'd love to sit down with them. That'd be a tight one. And I'm not a big, like me personally, I'm gonna just say this, like, I fuck with artists and I fuck with like certain ones, but I know some of them I'm fans of. I don't want to sit down with them on the show. Just because I know, like, bro, you're not gonna give me the conversation that I like, or like.
You think the Blue Bucks Clan's gonna
No,
would do
but-
that? I'm not trying to. I'm just.
Fan out moment. His is Blue Bucks. Mine's Lil Wayne.
I just feel like
I'm just talking about.
I feel like the Blue Bucks Clan would not want to talk.
No, you don't think so? I think it would be a good talk about some bitches and
I think it'd be hard to break through. And I'm not saying you couldn't do it. I would, like that one would be a little intimidating for me.
So?
But I don't listen to him as much as I should probably.
But their football knowledge, I know, like I hear that, like I want to dig into that. Like the way they rap is so cold.
But that's the thing. It's like once you got to just connect. So the quicker you can connect, the quicker the people are gonna open up.
That's
shit.
a key fact. That's a
So
key
it's like
fact.
if you know
comfortability in the room. Like I said, you made us feel very comfortable to just be able to sit down with you and have this conversation. You know what I mean? So it's like,
no, I'd love to see it, bro.
you can do that. If you can do that to a room, I get you. You can have a good conversation behind it for sure.
That'd be sick. You said yours is Wayne.
Hell yeah, Lil Wayne. It's gonna happen, but like, yeah, I'm gonna have a fanned out moment when that day that's gonna happen. But like, yeah, I'm gonna have a fanned out
your
moment.
shit, bro.
I'm gonna have a fanned out moment.
Wayne, that'd be fucking crazy. That's what I feel like I said.
Weezy it.
Yeah.
It's Blue Bucks is like it can maybe, you know what I mean? We can.
No, Wayne's gonna happen. It just might take 6 years, but like, bro, it's gonna happen.
I love
We're
it.
gonna get
I
Wayne.
pulled up to the Drew League. I seen he was there, so one day maybe we might be able to, lock in one of those times.
Who's some person that
Yeah, I was
who
gonna
you
ask
want to
him.
interview? Who's your top three? Not even top three. If you had three, who would be your three?
I'm trying to get Cole Bennett,
Mm.
Jack Harlow,
Damn, you got two white niggas already.
a
Okay.
third. I know. I was like, damn. I was like, I need to mix it up, bro. I really was like, I need to really take it back to the soil. Oh, and Mozzie.
Mozzie?
Yeah.
Shout out Mozzie from the hometown.
Yeah, that's
From-
actually one that's
Free
like
Mozzie.
might be the most realistic for me out of all those, to be honest. So that would be sick.
I think
That's
that'd
tight.
actually be a lit ass interview, no cap.
That'd
That'd
be
be a
lit.
respectable lit interview.
I would love
I
to
really
speak
hope
to
we can.
Mozzie.
That'd be tight.
Get that shit out
He
there.
came to the
Free
town.
Mozzie.
Yeah, Free
Free
Mozzie.
Mozzie.
He came to Stockton. Him, YG and Haiti Baby had headline, but that show was fucking crazy. Everybody was funny. I was in the barbershop that morning, and I was like, bro, imagine how many barbershops are having a talk tonight that they're debating of if we're going to this show tonight because the lineup was just too crazy. They put some Bloods and Crips together in Stockton. You know what I mean? And it was an epic show. I tell you, they killed it. You know,
No
what I'm saying?
drama outside
at
either.
all. Nothing, bro. It was epic. I ain't
They
gonna
had the
lie.
artillery out there. or
Yeah.
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Everybody
No
out
drama
there.
outside.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. That shit was hilarious.
No, that's dope though, because that just shows that the city can have events like that and it not
Facts.
be.
And it doesn't get highlighted too much either. That's what makes it mad, because all the negativity does. And it's like, bro, there's so much good going on as well that we're trying to bring to it. And it's like, let's expose that.
I'm gonna be real. I probably wouldn't pull up to that show.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
It was
sorry.
I live there. I live 10 minutes
He
away. I
didn't
didn't
go.
go.
Bro, like I said, it was a coin flip for me. I literally
He
went
went.
like this.
He
I
went.
said, all right, fuck it. Let's go. Come on, bro. And I'm glad I did, because it was a good show. Haiti Baby, I think, performance of the night. For sure. You tapped in on Haiti Baby?
I shot some shit with him that he was featured on,
Okay.
Nice.
so I don't really know him like that. But
Got you. Yeah.
What's the new project you got coming out? Like, I think I already kind of asked this, but it's like, you ain't did no recent interview. No, you can't even say that on camera. Like, what the hell? My bad. I don't even say
I
that.
guess so, yeah.
What's coming out soon though? Like, what's
I'm really just trying to go hard on my own content, vlogging, trying to upgrade No Jumper shit constantly. Make it as best as possible.
I'll give you your flowers again, bro. Like, I think you getting added to the team has been able to get to the heights and levels that they are right now.
Yeah,
As a
give
whole band.
give Trevor his flowers
No,
right now.
appreciate
Today,
that.
at the end of
No,
the day.
that's a fact.
Highlightable source. Without you, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give your credit where credit is due. So it's like the limitations that you bring, or the gravitations that you bring, comes with no limitations.
Yeah.
And that's what I want you to be able to absorb from Blowing Smoke. Saying that to you, it's like, bruh, we respect you as an individual. Of course, we respect No Jumper.
Mhm.
But I'm talking to you as a man, speaking for us. We respect your quality.
Thank you,
Not your quantity, your quality. You feel me?
Mhm.
That's a hard balance to keep sometimes when you're trying to make content.
I bet.
So that means a lot. Thank you.
You put it in everything. You put a lot of bullshit and get the views for it, I'm sure.
Man, some microwave ass shit.
Right.
Yeah. No, people.
A lot of people do. They take advantage of it because they have the platform to do it.
That's why we were saying it earlier about like you can in YouTube just pick up an iPhone and do it, but it's like, yeah, to an extent. You know what I'm saying? To an extent, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to still be able to put out some type of message. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, like,
and connect with people.
Mm-hmm. Bam.
How much time does No Jumper take away from your own content? What you got to do? Is it a portion? Is it you're quick? You're knocking it out now? Like,
y'all behind the scenes, take a shot.
I'm there full time.
Okay.
During the week,
so you're
and
there.
then sometimes weekends I'm doing shit. Like, it's a lot of the time.
That's tight. That's tight.
But also, it's like after No Jumper, I'll come here. I'm working doubles, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's lit.
Yeah, so
that's lit.
Like,
that's what I'm at right now.
This is like the Bat Cave at night. Like,
this is the individual investment. This is your investment. This is where you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You still got the No Jumper big ass platform, but this is what you know. This is your space haven.
Yeah, exactly. And we're about to upgrade the spot too, so you know we're gonna build the team out.
Is this place called something? Do you have a name for this?
VBC Studios.
VBC Studios.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Trevor.
But yeah, I'm excited about No Jumper and their growth and where we're going. Like, No Jumper's always gonna be right there, like priority type shit. Like, No Jumper allows me to create the content I'm creating. You know.
I love it.
So I'm always gonna keep that.
Respect. No, that's respect.
Mind, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's always respect.
That's how I'm trying to keep that mindset for my job that I have out here now. You know what I'm saying? I had to go strap down and find stability out here in LA. So to be able to provide and do what we got to do as well. You know what I mean? That's how I'm trying to keep that mindset. It's able to do both.
It's just dope because it just be mad surreal. Like, I'm like, damn, bro.
Every day you wake up, you're really doing it.
Yeah, it's too.
I try not to think about it every day. I don't really try to think about it every day, but there are those moments like damn, bro, this shit's really
happening for real. You
gonna clock in and clock out?
No.
I was just wondering.
Wait, what'd you say?
You had to clock in and clock out when you.
No, I don't have to clock in or clock out there.
Yep.
Some people do, but I don't.
Oh wow, he really got that shit. Damn. Adam really got a fucking damn.
We building a team, man. Trust me. Once you guys see the new spot, the videos, it's hard, man.
Adam, because he does. He has been announcing that, huh? There's a new building coming up or whatever.
Yeah, we're about to move in soon.
Yeah.
About to go to New York with him actually in a week.
Adam,
I'm excited about that.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's so sick just being able to travel. Like, that's where I'm really like lucky.
Take a shine out shot with us. Just one.
Nah, don't do that to him. Let him
just
say
one.
Yeah, we'll chill. All right.
That's
y'all. But I mean, even with that whole like me being sober, I'm not one of those like militant sober people like that. You know,
don't bring no alcohol to my house.
Yeah, or like I won't take a beer. Like it's never been an issue like that serious where I'm fucking up shit.
Right.
It's just one of those like, all right, I realize this is where I could be improving at. Let me just, but because I know there's a stigma with people being like, nah, I don't drink or I'm sober. Or
right.
It's like, oh, like you can't like drink, you can't take one shot.
That, but he does that for those people. He's like, you sure you okay?
Nah, I mean like, and there are people like that, and it's like it's something you have to deal with as a person. But like for me, it's like, bro,
it's like eating meat around a vegan.
Or it's like I'm not here to say don't drink around me, and it's like if I want to drink, I'm gonna drink. Like
I'm a grown ass man.
It's just I realize it's like, okay, you need a healthy reason to drink.
Right.
That's what I had to deal with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, some things are not worth celebrating. You know.
Ooh.
Or it's like stress. So it's like some people, I know a lot of people just be drinking off stress. I was that person. So that's some conversation I've been having with myself. Of just like, all right, like, why are you drinking? And what's your like? What are you really trying to kind of gain from this?
What are the not worth drinking wins that are not worth celebrating?
Like drinking, bro. Really?
Damn near all of them.
Yeah, I was like, drinking has no positives, bro. Like if you really think about it,
about your wins, like no, this win isn't worth celebrating to be drinking for. Like is that when have you narrowed it down? Like,
well, it's only been recent. Like I probably like
because I mean,
really
you can have a win a day.
Like out of like 95 days, I probably maybe 2 drinks.
God
in
damn,
95 days. That type shit.
That's good, bro. That's
so
really good.
Like, I mean, it was just a thing where it's just like, let me just be in the moment You know, I wasn't looking for the celebration at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was gonna just roll up a fat wood,
Right.
or do something a little better.
Right.
Do something a little. That's
chop.
a little chop.
Little chop.
But
a little doinker.
It's just some shit like conversations you gotta have with yourself.
Hell yeah.
It's because I know a lot of people struggle with alcohol and just addictions. Period, bro. It's mad easy to be addicted to shit nowadays. And I'm not saying I was addicted.
No.
But I do have addictions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all got addictions.
I smoke weed every day, but I cannot drink every day. But I definitely smoke weed.
And even weed, bro. I'm at a point where it's like, bro,
A little tolerance bite coming
let
up.
me just chill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that, but I do need that. I don't think it, but I need it.
It's getting to that point where I'm just like, damn, bro, you've been really smoking weed for like approaching 10 years. Like,
No breaks.
I mean, I definitely had some breaks, but recently I'm smoking heavy because it's weed everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
So that's like another challenge I'll take care of later. Like it's coming up. I know it's in my future where it's like, bro, you got to cut back.
I'm with you with that. Yep.
I wanted to ask you this. What, for the Do No AD food show, they went to a place in the Hollywood Hills, bro, and they ate great. Where was that spot called again? Nigga Shawarma? Yamashiro's?
What is
bro,
that?
Shout out Chef Val.
Shout out Chef Val. Did you enjoy that meal as well?
I for sure did. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, I needed to, I want to go there, bro. I think I gotta go over there and try some.
For sure. Yeah, it was dope. It's one of those things where it's like, it's really cool to be able to eat it, but also it's like, this content, you gotta put the content first.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta go in with the right intentions.
Got you. Like, you're here to work.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm there. I gotta be there to work.
Yeah.
Or else I'm gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to be like, oh, I just want to sit down and eat all this dope shit, but it's like, nah, bro, you're still on the clock. And that's one thing. It's like, bro, like a lot of my shit is like, bro, you're shooting stuff that's fun
as fuck,
but it's still work. That's why people be like, oh, your life is probably so cool. I'm like, bro, it's fun, but it's stressful too. Like, the bigger the event is,
right,
the more pressure is on me. I have to document that shit.
Right.
I have to click record. I got to make sure people are in focus. I got a lot of shit to think about.
Right.
Yeah, that's real life. That's real life at the end of the day.
Priorities, bro.
And that,
remember to stay in your lane and be in the moment. You got to stay in your own lane. You can easily get out of it.
Don't get lost in the sauce.
Don't get lost.
Because every times, man, every times where it's just like, bro, I'm partying and working.
Right.
Not even for no jumper, but even on set, music video sets.
Right.
It's like, just gotta be that division.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm just like trying to have that division.
I've been on sets when I've had to, oh, John, we want you to act out. We got this drink because we're doing a morning recovery. It's like, them alternatives. If you drink too much, you drink this, you'll be good. These niggas gave me the fucking setup. Finish this whole bottle type shit. Put you in a club. Came up the next day, I had to drink it before I went to sleep. I was still hungover.
Oh, God.
Like, the shit didn't work, but I couldn't say I had to sell
you
it.
Couldn't fake it?
No, you can't fake it.
Damn.
I can't fake. Bro, I'm faded. I was faded.
Nah, he can't fake it. Ask him about
you got the little non-paid actor.
I mean, no, I faked it for the skit, but I was still fucked up actually in real life, though. Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Bro, Trevor, we appreciate you, bro.
No, hell yeah.
I still want to finish my sandwich, bro.
I know, it's good, man. No, we can wrap it up. I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, no, for real, bro.
That's the sandwich.
No, I'm saying, like, afterwards, we
blowing
still
smoke,
This ain't stopping. We're going to continue these conversations. I want to damn near want to smoke another blunt and shit with you, bro.
It actually has been a good conversation. I'm not going to lie.
Fuck with you, bro.
Nah, fuck with the movement, man. Keep going. It's just tight.
For real, bro. We appreciate you, bro. And if y'all tuning in and made it this far, make sure y'all go follow, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow, like, comment, subscribe to Trevor Shit Too, Free Smoke the Podcast, VBC Studios, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
We in this thing. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, for real.
Let's go.
You already know it's Jay Jonah.
And we got
Trevor, man. Let's go. Blowing smoke.
It's blowing smoke.